At 8 a.m. this morning, only a few delegates had arrived at that time. Well, the MPA is expected to announce the final resolutions on the various policies as the constitutional amendments that have been adopted by the conference. Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi says one of the aims of the EFF is to reach out to the African diaspora and that other Africans can also join the party.
The commissions finished last night, late last night. So we're going to go back to plenary to hear the reports of those commissions. And every commission started with the conversations around organizational redesign, some of which, one of the big issues is the membership of the EFF, whether it should be open to, there's a proposal about the membership of the EFF being open to all Africans and Africans of the diaspora, Africans from the rest of the continent and then Africans from the diaspora. And if we don't do that, how do we accommodate those people who would like to be part of the economic emancipation movement and want to be part of us? What would be the privileges, what would be the rights? There's going to be that discussion. It should have taken place already at the commission's level. It's going to be tabled there. There are questions of doing provincial structures according to the sizes of the provinces, so that we don't do one size fits all. So for instance, in KZN, you've got 11 regions, but in Northwest, you've got 4 regions. Is it rational to have the same number of PCT members when the other PCT actually is dealing with more responsibility, a larger province than in the Northwest? That's also going to be tabled there. The last one, maybe that is more interesting as well, is a mid-term conference. So that we don't just meet, the next time we meet is 5 years. There must be a mid-term conference which checks on the progress of resolutions, check if we need to replace some in the Central Command Team. So there's a proposal for a National General Assembly, Provincial General Assemblies, mid-term, so 2.5 years into the term of office, we must have that conference. That's going to also serve as an important constitutional amendment.
So yesterday, throughout the press briefing, when the newly elected leadership had an interaction with the media, we heard Julius Malema saying that the EFF actually wants a United States of Africa. Talk to us about the terminology between the Africa one currency.
Well, I mean, this is not an original idea of the EFF. It is a Pan-Africanist dream that as African people, we've got one destination because we're all affected by colonization, and that the best way to truly decolonize is for us to unite as a people and to forge a common destination. So, and also to realize that we stand to benefit when we are united as African people. We can stand as a power bloc amongst nations across the globe. A united continent must mean, a common currency, the free movement of goods and people, and to begin to have one criminal justice system. There must be a continental court to prosecute dictators, to prosecute authoritarian people, to prosecute those that are involved in crimes against humanity, so that we don't depend on the International Criminal Court. Those are the things that would basically happen, and it's really an important conversation that we're gonna have to start campaigning heavily about in the rest of the continent. It's a dream that the founding fathers and mothers of the liberation movement back in 1957 with Kwame Nkrumah and the first generation really of heads of states. It's been a dream, and everybody that cares about this continent has to plug into that dream of the United States of Africa.
Well, the family of Shiraz Mohammed is still awaiting